It's the ultimate murder mystery game. The Traitors returned to our screens for another nail-biting series earlier this month, and nearly 10 million of you are hooked. On Friday night, those pesky traitors called time on Livi's day in the castle. Hello, hello!
Hi.
Well, just to say, you can trust all of us here.
Thank you.
You're among friends. I have to ask, because obviously the big thing, and we saw it there, the last parting shot was like, thank you, Freddie.
I know.
At what point, when you came off the show, did you find out that he was actually a faithful?
Literally the same day.
Did somebody tell you?
Yeah, so we do an uncloaked and then we reveal. So I was with Dan and that's where we discovered Freddie is not a traitor, or I did, and I felt awful.
Did you really?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. Like, he definitely went through it. So, yeah, it was a lot and he deserved a break, so I was so ready to go.
I mean, you were very, very emotional, but it's edited, isn't it? You do hours and hours and hours of it. What was it that was making you so emotional, do you think, now looking back?
Do you know what? Coming out of the show, I was actually quite confident and I felt like we had such fun times and we all got on as a whole. Me and Freddie, after that scene, like, we literally hugged it out and I said what an amazing person I thought he was. I just thought he was a traitor. So I felt confident because I was like, there's so many happy times that we had. Like, I'm actually quite a positive person on the outside world. And it is a game, so of course they're going to edit it. And I guess me being an emotional person was good for the entertainment. So it was difficult to watch back, to say the least. But I'm glad I'm out.
Livi, you had a strategy of keeping close to who you thought was the traitor. If you went in and you were picked as a traitor, would you have the same strategy or would it be different?
Totally different. I don't think I could be a traitor. Like, honestly, I hats off to them. I'm not a good liar, and I think I definitely would have cracked. I think a lot of people knew in there that I was definitely a faithful, and I was happy about that. So, yeah.
Why do you think Charlotte was pretending to be Welsh?
Oh, I literally have no idea. I mean, she made it more difficult for herself. Like, I think being a faithful, like, you just want to be yourself, so to add that extra stress is a lot. But, I mean,
do you think that was a game plan?
Possibly, yeah, because I guess...
She felt
she's
that
such a sweetheart.
having an accent made her more endearing.
Yeah,
I think.
And her outfits and stuff, it just went with the whole thing. So yeah,
well, Speaking of, I was going to say, speaking of sweethearts, Linda and Minah, you've found out that they are the traitors. What do you think of that? From?
Do you know what? Obviously, as the show's edited, I actually did suspect Linda from the get-go. She was sitting next to me.
Who wouldn't?
Yes, everybody has.
She was sitting next to me, and when the blindfolds came off, she was looking really, like, sweaty and, like, flustered.
How has she lasted this long?
I know. I don't know, because she's just such a wonderful person, I guess. Like, people love having her in there. She was a joy to be around. But Minah, like, I was so shocked. Like, she's playing such a good game.
She's brilliant.
Playing a really good game, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's
absolutely. Yeah.
Do you think they were real tears or do you think they were crocodile tears that Linda was crying?
With Linda, definitely
crocodile tears.
I didn't see it, but I think her conversation with Jake, she had to kind of show she does have emotions, and we were close, but obviously the tears to everybody else, they were like, she's never a traitor.
Now, Livi, can I turn away from the show for a moment, because I don't watch it regularly, but I found it utterly, the bits I have watched, I found it utterly confusing. But one thing... All right. One thing, now I'm meeting someone who actually participated in it, I've got to ask you, was it a big thing for you to choose to do? Because you've told us all about the diagnosis you had when you were 12 years old, when you were told that you were going to lose, you didn't know at first, but it transpired that you had a rare form of cancer and you were going to lose your right eye.
Yes, yeah. I mean, so on the outside world, I like to raise awareness. Obviously, I was diagnosed at the age of 12 and this cancer is common in 0 to 5-year-olds. And I genuinely felt like I'd had this cancer at this age. I'm the eldest person in the UK to be diagnosed with it. to be able to help other families going through this traumatic time. And that's one of the main reasons I did want to kind of go on the show, as much as I love the Traitors. I wanted to speak up for all these children. Not a lot of people know about retinoblastoma. I definitely didn't. Specsavers in Horsham, when I got diagnosed, they obviously discovered it. They didn't know what it was at the time, and it was just so unheard of. So, yeah, I feel very passionate about speaking about it, and obviously I wear my conformer, and that's because I want children to look at me and with prosthetic eyes and think, do you know what? This shouldn't hold me back from doing what I want to do. Obviously, if I'm wearing my prosthetic eye, people don't usually notice. They think I just have a lazy eye. So I like to talk about it, to raise awareness, and that's what I feel most strong about in life.
And of course, for your little boy, it's normal. He's grown up. Your son is 2, isn't he?
Yeah, Kaito. He's 2 years old, and he holds my eye every morning. We wash it together. He tries to put it in. I mean, he's not successful doing it, but we laugh about it, and it's so normal to him. He says, "Mummy's eye," and that's what I want. I want him to grow up to just be kind and to know how to approach people and approach disabilities and be aware of these things, because they're so important.
Yeah.
Well, Livi, I mean, raising awareness is so important, and you know that we have Katie Piper on our panel, who's very good at raising awareness as well, and she's now made the decision that she's also going to have a prosthetic eye, and she has a little message for you. Just look over here.
Hey Liv, I just wanted to send you a message of support to say that you are absolutely smashing it in Traitors. I know it must be pretty testing at times, but it's nothing that you can't handle. And I just want to let you know that we're all so proud of you. Keep being you, keep being your authentic self like you always are online and in everyday life. You've absolutely got this, and I love you loads.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah, there you go. Praise indeed.
She's amazing, honestly. Like, she's such a good friend of mine. She actually discovered my Instagram years ago, and since then, I was signed by a modelling agency. I've now written my own book, and that's been published through Katie Piper's Unseen. So, honestly, I am just forever so grateful for her. I feel like she's the reason I've been able to do all these incredible things.
Amazing. Well, the book is called My New Normal. Yes. Traitors is on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. And you are an inspiration, Livi Deane. Thank you very much for coming on.